Hey world. Hi, how are we doing? I have to apologize profoundly to you guys. If you guys hear noise, it's coming through from next door, so I cannot apologize enough. For some reason, he just decided to start playing music now. But hey ho, the show must go on. How are you guys doing? How's everybody doing? I am grateful and thankful that you guys have decided to pop around, say hi. Let's talk about life. Let's talk about everything that is going on. For people on YouTube and Facebook, I won't be able to hear you guys because my chart it's not visible to me. I can't see your charts when you guys are talking to me. I will chat to you guys afterwards, right? So yeah, how was the weekend? I had an amazing weekend. It was just beautiful. And to top it all off, the weather has been very good, right? So that's what makes it the most. So talk to me guys. I want to hear how you guys have been doing, how you queens are holding up, and yes, let's talk. As I said, I am sorry when you guys are hearing music in the background. Is my neighbor, because I guess the weekend we've been making noise, so it's payback time, right? Yeah, invite people. Let's talk about change and what we're going to do and where we're going and how we're going to grow. I'm always emphasizing mainly talking to women, yes, and men, of course, how we can evolve and grow and change, because simply in this life there is things that happens to you as an individual that sets you back, and you take a step back and you don't step into your growth, and that is unfortunately for how we live life, right? You feel like something has happened and you get into a hole. Now you can't get out of that hole. Now you can't do anything. So it makes really life unbearable, and that's why most of us struggle, because it's an emotional thing. Emotionally, we're struggling, right? So we find it really difficult to do anything different, to change, to grow, to become better as people, to do things that you will normally do. It's difficult. Now, that change, whether you want to grow yourself emotionally, spiritually, financially, like you want to grow, it's difficult. And because it's difficult, we as people, we hold on what we know. We hold on what we've been doing, and that's fine. We don't want change. We don't want to try anything that's going to push us out of what we know. Like one of the things that I did this weekend, I'll be posting pictures. It was a 5K, right? Run, and doing the inflatable stuff, like you're running, you're crawling, you're jumping, you're skipping, you're hopping. It was beautiful. It was fun. Really quite challenging, because while you're running, you have to stop halfway and do something different, right? And that in itself, it's quite challenging, because you have to sort of channel extra energy from within for you to do something that you wouldn't normally do. Like, because when you doing, like last year I did a 10K, and that was just running without nothing in between. But this time one of the girls, But it was something different. And because the pace that I've been running, like practicing, exercising, and putting myself on the pace, it's a different kind of run. And I had to go in a little bit to find a different kind of energy, as I said, to run that race, right? But it was really lovely, really, really lovely. So change is coming to all of us. Change is here to all of us, whether we like it or not. Now, as we know life, how we used to know it back in the days, to now, it's totally different, right? We live in a different world. The world evolves every single day. Now, life is evolving, life is changing. Are you changing with it, or are you doing the same old stuff, trying to squeeze it in or fit it in the new world that is going on now? Are you being left behind and not keeping up with the pace of change? Now, because that comes with a lot of you changing your mind, changing how you think, changing how you do things. And sometimes it will feel like you're taking a step back instead of going forward, because all we want, all of us in this life, is to go forwards, right? But when you feel stuck, when you feel as if you can't, nothing is like showing because of the hard work you've been doing, it's only because you're changing from what you've known for a long time to something new, right? So don't be deterred because you're not seeing the change. Keep going, and eventually you will see the change. But along the way, be open-minded enough for you to learn, right? Be open-minded enough for you to learn, for you to want that change, right? For you to even sometimes be wrong and take that wrongness as saying, okay, I am learning from what I've been doing. Okay, I thought that was right, but it's not. So don't be afraid of change. And having said that, not the last 2 weeks, because not last week, I think the week before I didn't do a live, we spoke about different people, women, these queens that lived their life in different ways. Like the first person I spoke about was Kakuruka Demonda, how she have really embraced the change that was coming into her world, how she had to put up a fight amongst other people, of course. What was a lesson from her? Like, you gotta face what's in front of you and be willing to die for it, right? Go for it and take that challenge. Be willing to put yourself on the line, right? And she did that very well. Hi, welcome everybody, welcome. And she was willing to take on that change to say, I am willing to die for the cause. I am willing to die for what is in front of me, right? She fought for all of our freedom. She was one of the people we spoke about. So that was the lesson that I learned from her. And she's always been a woman that have always inspired me with her story. It's not being told enough, taught enough about like in schools, because it's like that's our own. It's one of the women that really was in the front line, and she did what she did. And then we came to the Queen of Angola. I mean, Angola is a neighboring countries to us. But this queen, Gazi, how she went and fought the Portuguese people to make sure that her community, the people that she was ruling, fought for the land. And she made sure. So it just shows the heart in her that she had, how she had to be a brave woman. And that, can you think of it? Back in the days, how it was hard for a woman to rule, for a woman to be a leader, let alone being a queen, and rule a community of people who are hating on you, who really want your head on a platter. But she went on, and really to this day, she is embraced. People are like, she's one of those people that people love to see, to like, she opened the way for them, right? And then we spoke about Jamelia. Now, this girl, it feels like I know her, because we're almost similar age. Maybe she's 2 years older than me, if anything. She's a singer. For those who doesn't know who she is, go and find her music. She's a British R&B singer, and she have lived like a life full of colorful life, full of different colors, where she, like, from like when she was a child, she went through so much hardship, but she was a fighter. She fought how to be a woman, how fought in love, how to be a mother, how to be her own person, how to stand by her principles. But she went through so much, but she was like, I am still rising. This, what I'm going through, is not going to be the definition of me. This, what I'm going through, is not going to be the end of me. And because I've got my kids, I don't want them to see me broken. I want them to see me being broken and getting up and achieving, right? That's one thing that I learned from her. It doesn't matter how much life is bashing you, or the people around you that you love dearly are bashing you. It doesn't matter what they're doing. Eventually, you will have to be your own person and stand your ground. That's one lesson I learned from her. And then we learned a beautiful, beautiful lesson from Hassan, a girl who went from Ethiopia to Netherlands. How she, at the age of 15, she took it on upon herself to go to a foreign country. You don't know, for language, it's a foreign language, probably, let alone speaking English. Speaking Dutch, it's a language she didn't know, but she went. And for us, most of us, although not everybody is a refugee, but it's a lesson, because most of us, we travel to these countries to seek for a better life. But that, for me, it's not something we do. We don't do it very well. What we do is just shift a little bit from what we know. Now we make a little bit of money, and that's it, and then we settle. But she went 360. Like, she did everything amazingly, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't easy, because a 15-year-old girl, people want to stomp on you because you're just a girl. What do you know? But because she had the focus, she knew what she wanted, so she went out and did it. And I think for all of us that have traveled, left home, she is a woman that you want to go and find and just learn from her. Although she's younger than most or older than some, it's someone that has to inspire all of us. I think that's why I picked her. And because of me coming and traveling, I've learned so much. Like, you gotta have courage. You gotta really want change. Not just a little bit of change. Actually work on yourself and actually really do change. And we don't apply that very well. We don't do that very well. But we just don't do that. And how we live our life, it just shows. It just shows on how we live our lives that we actually really and truly, although we say we want change, we don't apply it. We don't do what we have to do necessary to actually change our lives. A little bit of money that we get, we think it's enough. And it's not. Because we're still struggling. We're living hand to mouth just to feed ourselves. We are not living like fruitfully, most of us, right? We're not living the life that we want. Because if we were not going to work, we're struggling financially, right? We're struggling financially. We can't afford not to go to work. So we don't have the freedom, financial freedom. So go and find especially on YouTube, go and find videos and just see how I went in depth talking about them. But I just wanted to remind you guys that there is people out there who are doing the most. We have to follow. That we have so much information. We have to follow their examples. There is so much information to the point of overwhelming, where we just don't apply anything. We learn, we hear, we don't apply it to our lives. We just listen and then we move on to the next video, move on to the next live, move on to the next. We don't apply. So therefore, we don't see the change that we ought to see in our lives. And that's shame that we have to live like that. Because we want that change. We want change, so we have to have. Sorry, guys, it's my sister calling me. How she's saying sorry. She forgot that I was on live. So we have to actually really want to do better and become better. Life is not about just putting food on the table and just existing and not do the most, like live the life that we actually really want. Now, being rich, being wealthy, having enough, whatever that is, that's up to you. Whatever you class is enough. But most of us, we just live hand to mouth. Hand to mouth. Hand to mouth. We're struggling. Now, because I'm sure you guys watch the news, right? It doesn't matter where you are in the world. I'm talking about tariffs. How are they going to affect us? I mean, I don't know whether you guys are paying attention when Trump is spewing these tariffs. Are you guys paying attention, or you guys probably think that you are somewhere located in the world? It's not going to apply to you. Honey, let me tell you, we are all going to be affected. So what are tariffs? It's just equals to taxes applied on goods, right? You know what he's been saying, I'll be adding on so and so percent on the tariffs. I'll be adding on so and so. So that's going to affect us big time. The things that are coming into the country will be more expensive. And guess what? The businesses will pass it on to us. And yes, we will definitely feel it. Oh my God. So we cannot be ignorant to the fact that the tariffs are there and they being implemented, because he has been signed. I mean, I haven't listened to the news probably for the last, 3 weeks, right? Just keeping up with where I get my news and my sources, just keeping an eye on him, on what he's doing, because he affects the financial markets, right? When he's doing this. So it's important for me to keep up on what he is talking about. And it's a lesson to all of us that we shouldn't sleep. Don't sleep. Do not sleep on yourself. Do not sleep on anything. Just don't sleep. We have to... I'm so sorry for the noise coming from next door. As I said, we had a beautiful, beautiful weekend. And we were making noise because we've got this Sonosaur, I think it's called, the speaker, and the sound that comes from there, it will blast your ears open. So the noise was so loud, and now I think I'm paying for it. Like the noise that you were making, I can do that too. And the thing probably went out, and because I've never heard it making so much noise. It's saying, whatever you can do, I can do it better, right? So I think that's a sort of same attitude that we have to have to the markets and these governments saying, whatever you can do, I can do it better too, honey. So we have to know, it doesn't matter where you live, London, Lagos, LA, Lisbon, tariffs, they are going to affect you guys. We are all going to be affected. And the higher the prices are, the more you will feel it in your pocket, the more you will feel it into your account. Now, because most of us, we don't even have £500, even £1,000 saved. Most people, I'm not saying everybody. Now this is just not us, our community, and I'm talking everybody. Doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter. White, green, yellow, black, whatever. Most people don't because we have the culture, we live in this culture of consuming goods, of wanting to buy things all the time. So the money, the little money that we get, we spend it like mad. We spend it like mad. And we feel like we always stuck. We always stuck in the same price. Like we just stuck. Now, most of us as being women, we like buying. For men, some men, it's better, right? Because you guys don't spend as much as we do. We men, for some reason, we just love spending our money on hair, right? Like at the weekend, the girls that I had said, you are wearing beautiful. How much? Where did you buy that? It was just, we're talking hair. They've got beautiful wigs too, but we're just talking about hair. And I've got this, we're just talking buying stuff, consuming stuff. And that's what we do. Women, we buy. So the tariffs will be on your food, your clothing, your electricians, your cars, anything that you get, because most countries import, right? Like if you live in Namibia, God bless your soul, because we import more than anything. Like most African countries, we import stuff. We don't produce our own products. Like, I don't know why we have made it a normal thing. Like, no, we just getting things from other people. I don't understand. Some of the stuff are simple. I know Namibia is very dry, right? When in terms of food, it's a very dry country, so it can be difficult. But I'm sure we can find ways by being clever on to know how to grow our own. Because some stuff you're looking, do we have to get that from, like, really? Because we rely so much on South Africa, right? So it's the same thing. Do not sleep. Whatever is going in SA, we have to know. And it's difficult. Like, most people like iPhones. If you have an iPhone that costs you $1,000, £1,000, now it's $200 on top. That's when they talking about inflation, Texas test. Like they taking money away from you. Inflation, your money have lost just value, just like that. You gotta add more so that you can get your iPhone. It's that serious. Like that is with everything, and we have to pay attention. For people who are running businesses, they will be struggling, and as I said, they will put that extra on us. Now, the problem is, because we all live on one salary, we're not making anything extra on the side or whatever. Struggle hits your table, struggle hits your home. Now you feel as if you cannot breathe. Your head is right here. You can't breathe. You're not breathing. And it's simply because you are refusing to bring change to your home. You are refusing to be a different person. When there is so much information out there for you to become better, for you to do better, we are all refusing to be better for whatever reason. We think we're all right. We think it's for them. Life is hard. That's what you are saying, right? That's what you're saying to yourself. You're struggling. It's okay for you to sit there and cry out loud saying life is difficult. But the change that you have to do, you're not doing. Now, whose fault is that? Is it your fault or the government's fault because they're putting like the tariffs, they're making everything expensive? Or is it your responsibility to make sure that you are doing whatever you have to do to make sure you have extra for yourself? That you're making sure that you have enough for your kids. Are you or are you not? It's your responsibility. It's nobody else's responsibility. It doesn't matter who's running, who's in the government. It doesn't matter, because they are not going to look after you. No, they're not. They are not at all. So for people who have small businesses, they will put their prices up. And you know what we're like, people, as much as we like spending, we don't want things to be expensive. So they will end up losing people, because people will be fighting, right, for the prices, because everybody, you want, right, customers, you want people, like it's as it is now. So some people will lose businesses again because of these tariffs. It's a hard life, right, that we have in front of us, but we can play the cards and be better at it. Okay, this is why you will hear loads of businesses, and it has actually really started. They have slowed down, they're cutting jobs, people are losing their jobs. Someone that I know, not like directly, he just lost his job. And it's in one of those industries, and it's in IT, where you think, but he's safe, people who are in IT, they are safe. That's what you think. But no, nobody is safe. Because everybody wants the cost to be as low as possible. So we are all at risk. We are all at risk. For currency, it goes up and down. It's fluctuating. 1 minute, the dollar is gaining so much strength, and then the next is just going to go down. Because there is so much uncertainty in the market that people don't really want to put their money in the markets, right? So they are kind of sort of sitting on the sidelines. Now, as when you're buying stuff in your currency, it's so low, the things are going to be really, really expensive. So people, you got to be careful, right? You got to be careful on what you're doing and how you're spending your money, how to read the market. So that to me is very important as a Forex trader. That, okay, so I got to know what Trump is talking about. I got to know, because the dollar is the currency of all currencies, right? That they determine who's doing what. So look at the dollar and see how I can trade the market. How I can sort of protect myself. Now, how are you protecting yourself? How are you being smart with your money? Because going to work, we've said about these, it's not just the only, it's like for all of us, right? It's the powerful move that we have, but we can make it even more powerful with doing something on the side, with doing extra to put money on the table, right? Because all we want is more money. All we want is more money. You gotta have that multiple income stream. I'm always shouting out to you guys, say Forex, Forex, Forex. Now, that took me a little bit of time, more than I would have wanted to, but the learning curve for me was very steep, only because I made silly mistakes that I shouldn't have done, and I was in a hurry to be a millionaire. I'm nowhere near it, but I was in a hurry because I was told that you'll make money in minutes. So I went in and I didn't want to rely on that one check. So I wanted to make more money. So I went and I lost a lot of money. While instead of making more, I lost a lot of money. Just because I was illiterate into the thing that I went into. It's nothing to do with Forex. Forex is not a scam. No. You might meet someone who will scam you because they know that you don't know what you're doing. So they will take your money and bribe you and run away with the money, right? Because you don't know. It's like anything. Like someone saying, okay, give me your car. You don't know the person. You just give them your car and they drive away. So give me your car, I'll come back. It's the same thing. So that's where Forex is a problem. And it's one of those things that takes a little bit of time because you gotta educate yourself to learn, because it's a different way of understanding money, right? You got to understand how that works. You got to be able to read it. But it's one thing that I would say, it's a resistant way of making money. It's like, it's very resilient when it comes to the markets going up and down, because either way, if you're very good at it, you will make money. Either way. But at first, you have to educate yourself. At first, you have to know, to understand. Like, you can do digital products. I can't do that, I don't know. And it's not something that interests me, right? Affiliate, you can do that. Invest. There is, like investing, there is so much things that we can all do from home without leaving our jobs, without leaving our houses, because we all have smart something, a phone, a laptop, a tablet. We can start with such things and grow, but be willing to be a student first and then make the money, because money will come irrespective. If you do it right, the money will come your way, without a doubt. Without a doubt, money will come your way. Just be willing to do it. Just be willing to endure the pain of learning this new skill, right? Because financial literacy is your shield. It's shielding you, shielding yourself from the pain. Because if you don't understand financial education, you are enduring pain on yourself, because you don't really know, right? Anything that you don't know, it's going to be painful. Now, money is something that we all don't know. It's something we all don't understand. But the language we know how to talk to money is just go to work. That's the only financial language that we know. Because you're going to understand where your money is going. You got to be budgeting your money like a boss. But are you budgeting your money just by paying bills, and you're saying you are managing to pay your bills, or are you including yourself in this? Are you paying yourself as well? As like, pay yourself first. If you can redirect your direct debits so that you can get your money first, like do 30 50 70 rule, how to divide your money. I'm paying myself first, so if I'm redirecting my direct debit so I can get, the tax man is going to get your money before you, right? Because that's not in your control. Yeah? So, because tariffs is just a way of taxing us, like it's extra money. And for us, we have to find a way of making more money. Now, if they are doing that to you, taking more money out of your pocket, how can you pay, like apply tax to yourself? How can you pay yourself first before you pay the house, before you pay the water, before you take money out, like do a direct debit that will go directly to that extra bank, or if you can't withdraw money, put it on the side, lock it away, don't even think about it until you are able to trust yourself to put the money in the bank, so that you're not going to swap that, or whatever. Give it to a sister, anything. Pay yourself first. Knowing that money, I'm putting it on the side to make sure I will put it into something effective that is going to help me probably next year, because I'm planning to start a business. I'm planning to do something. Like, I've had enough of just living on my salary. So we have to plan all of these things. They are planning they've planned how, like in the UK, they said, which I found so annoying, they said they're going to apply national insurance extra on the businesses. Hello, who do you think you're talking to? If you're saying that, literally, you're saying you will tax me extra indirectly. It's either people are going to lose jobs, or it's not an or thing. These businesses, they're going to add more so that I pay more, so that, because they're gonna make money, right? And it's gonna come from us. So who are you fooling here? Now, most of us, we don't understand the language of money. Or you forbid off and say, oh, at least it's not coming from my insurance, so I'm fine. No, you're not. the businesses, because they got to sit there and say, okay, we have to reprice everything here. The thing that was costing £1.50, now it's £2, £2.50. And you're sitting there thinking, I was only here last week. Why? Like, what? Money's going to come from somewhere. And it's always from us. Always. It's from us. And we don't think about it. We don't pay much attention except for moaning. The rich don't. We moan. They come up with plans on how to make extra money. So that's why I was giving you examples of saying, invest, find Forex, trade Forex, learn how to trade Forex, start a business, right? Do affiliate marketing, do something, digital products, do something. Like, except from a business, or even I will include that, because all of these businesses are online, where you don't have to actually take yourself physically out of your house to do the job or the business. So how are we going to beat the tariffs? How are you going to be like this year you're learning? Next year, this time, how are you going to be different? How are you going to be better financially? So you have almost whatever months are left for you to educate yourself. Now, focus. As I said, financial literacy is your shield. How are you going to focus on educating yourself? Don't be running for the bag. Don't try and make quick money. It doesn't work. I'm the prime example. Quick money doesn't work. It doesn't work. Don't be fooled when someone comes around and say, "Oh, I'll make you quick money." Don't be fooled. People, we've been fooled way too many times. Too many times that you don't want to fall for that, especially with these tariffs things. You don't want to play. Don't be playing with that, because this is not just affecting you; it's affecting your kiddies, your babies, and these are the people that we have to protect. And if you're not protecting them, with you being a better, literate and teaching them at the same time, we might as well all just give up. Because the rich teach their kids money. That's why for some generations they keep on going and going and going and going and going. Because people are being told from this height that you gotta learn what this is. You gotta learn how this business runs. You gotta learn how and what we're going to do. You gotta learn. There is no ifs and buts about it. I can't remember who it was. They told their kids, they said, listen, if you don't want to learn the business and of what we are doing, what we do as a family, you're not getting anything. Not anything from this. This cow we're milking, you won't get anything from it. So it's like people are being forced to learn how to run the business. Everybody, you have to make sure that you are putting into the business. Either you're going to be a lawyer or an accountant or something that will add value to the business. We have to know if somebody sues us, the business, we have to know what we're doing, how we're going to be protected, how we protect, if you are an accountant, what if the tariffs are changing, how's that going to affect the business or whatever. Everybody, the whole family, everybody had to do it one way or the other. And I'm like, okay, that's interesting. That's one way of doing it. That's one way of making sure everybody's being kept in check, everybody's kept in line on what they need to do. And I always look back on us. We are far from it. We are far from really doing what is right, because we have financial curse, generational curse that we don't want to break. We just don't want to break that curse. Whatever we've learned from our parents, it's work for money. They've learned from their parents, work for money, and their parents learn from work for money, work for money. And when somebody comes along and say, someone like me sitting here talking to you guys saying, listen, you gotta educate yourself financially, You're sitting there thinking, how am I supposed to teach myself finance? What is even that? How do I do that? Yes, I'm going to work. What more do you want from me? Going to work will never be enough. That's why we have to learn to understand this language of money. That's why we have to learn to play the game like the rich. How that financial education, how they're learning to then applying it to their lives. How are they doing that, and what is that? Google it. You have so much choice. YouTube it. There is so many people that are talking about it. Just find the person and listen to them. I will say include me into that, but I'm not an expert. I just bring highlights to you guys to say, like, guys, we gotta open our eyes. But there is some people who are really, really experts. Jasperi, he's Indian originally. Parents came from India, went and lives in America, so he's American now. Beautiful. He teaches so beautifully about these things, how it works, how to understand and lend money. I was listening to, what's his name? Tom Bilyeu. Beautiful. Talks about these tariffs things. He talks about how to understand like that money, how it works. Robert Breedlove, he's another one. Talks about like he what I love about him, he talks about where money started, how money started, how to understand that money. So when you get your head around certain people, you don't have a choice but to improve as a person, right? Because it's down to who you're listening to, who's talking to you, who's doing what. So it's so important that you gotta get your educators right, for the people who are educating you, teaching you on how to be financially better. It's so important. So important. Now, get to know how you are going to change. Get to know you, because when you put yourself into that position of power, because you understanding your money is you putting yourself in a position of power, you will learn so much about yourself, saying, oh my God, I didn't know. You'll be able to take certain risks, do certain things that you didn't know about yourself, because you haven't given yourself like enough chance to really understand you, to like, hello, can the real Shikevi Hanga stand up? You haven't given yourself that chance. Stand up in your growth, stand up in who you are, stand up and be the person that you were supposed to be. Stand up. The real you is inside of you. You're just slipping. You've got a giant within you, like a big dog, right? Be the big dog that you're meant to be. I'm not saying go on social media talking about it. If you want to, kudos to you. If you don't want to, like it's like your life, that changing thing, be that. Be it. And one thing to avoid tariffs, at the beginning, I think I spoke about it. Locals. We have to support locals. We have to grow our own. Namibia, we suffer from that. Like, we just don't do it. We don't want to work hard enough to make sure that we are producing. We want to take. We want to be given. We don't produce. And that is a disease that most African countries we have, and it's a disease of the mind. We feel if you're buying something from a local somebody, almost is not good enough. It has to come from Europe, it has to come from America, and then then we're talking. No, support your local. Support your local. It's not about making the other person rich. Don't even think of that. Just think, if you support your local farmer who does whatever, so it's because they have to have people that they have to employ, right? The change, you're just not changing these farmers' life, it's the people around them. And you will get even organic, fresh food on your table. And that is you helping the health of your kids, instead of buying this food that's been grown in the labs. 1 minute the chicken is this size, the next is what happened to the chicken? And now, God, I was shocked. Well, I remember when I came to this country, I had bought a thing of grapes. And I'm eating grapes, right? And then somehow it clicked along the way as I was eating the grapes. I said, where are the seeds in these grapes? There's no seeds. Because I've never, because they tasted horrible anyway, but it was grapes. Because food tasted horrible to me when I came here. I didn't like it. So I'm like, what is happening? Why is there no seeds in these grapes? And then next thing, I tried an orange. I'm like, what is going on? How do you have an orange without seeds? How do you have grapes without seeds? So it's like, this is not nah. Not good. Not good. Not good at all. It's not organic. It's not organic. And that impacts us inside. That impacts us because whatever you're putting in, right? Although you're eating grapes, but it's just not right. What's happening, man? Because all I know grapes, they taste pure, it's beautiful, and I want seeds because that's what I know. No, not this lot. It's like, God. So if you're supporting local, you're supporting yourself as well, health-wise. You will live a long, healthy life. Your kids will live a healthy, long life. So it's not just about saying you supporting somebody and you turning your backs on them. No, because you people, saying, you are doing farming in this side. I can do that on that side. How can I help you? What can I do? So you start growing the economy of the country. You're driving the economy of your nation, and you are driving your own economy at the same time. It's all about growth, and it's all about how we think. We have to think differently. Because, and one thing, I saw a girl, I can't remember her name now, in COVID. She started growing, she's a Namibian girl. She started growing her own food. Now she's doing it on a bigger scale, right? It started, made lots of mistakes. Didn't know you had to do this. You didn't know you have to tend the ground. You didn't know you just didn't know a lot of things. But now she's feeding her family and she's feeding people healthy organic food without pesticide things being sprayed on them, pesticides and making people sick. She's helping. Because people were in short of food because things were not coming and going, right? And it's one of those things that we all had to learn a big lesson from. What's happening, man? But most of us, we slept on it. We complained and stayed hungry. But some people use that as an opportunity to be better, to become better, to change. Change their lives to change other people's lives. It's that change that I'm talking about. What are you doing? What are you tweaking in your own life? It's going to take time. But it's going to come as long as you be consistent in your growth. Be consistent in your growth. Just don't apply the one thing and say, okay, I've done this. Now you have to be consistent because you'll be falling as you're growing. And when growth is coming, you'll be tested, right? Hello, sophisticated lady. I can't even say your name. Hello, Miss Morangi. How are you, sweetie? It's change. You'll fall. You will stand up, you will learn, you will stand up. It's like you gotta learn and grow. But you gotta learn, be willing to fail, because it's gonna come, whether you like it or not. Because you're doing something different, it's gonna come. And growth, it's a beautiful thing, and you will be tested to your core. Hello, sweetie. You will be tested to your core to be better, because you have to prove yourself, right? You have to prove yourself to say, I can do this. I am the person, I am the chosen one, I'm the special one to do this. You gotta prove yourself, right? You gotta prove for us to like your products, you gotta prove. So support locals. A fashion designer. We've got Kerry Kodosi. She's a local fashion designer. Support the girl. It's not about you wearing Nike. Who's Nike? Nike is an American company. It's not Namibian. Support your local. People are doing the most. People are going out there. There is people who are actually doing. But some of us, we turn backs on them because you feel it's not good enough. But what is good enough? Support your local. Be the person who say, I am, like I've got my brand. I'm wearing a Kerry Kolosi brand. I'm wearing Jessica, what's her last name now? Belinda Jessica, I know whom I've been to. Like, just support your locals. There is so many people among us who are doing the most, right? Support your locals. We have to grow. And these American companies that are all over the place, they started locally until they could expand their wings to be who they are today, to be the brands that we all get to laugh and know. Support your locals. It starts with us. It's that change we all want. It starts with us. If somebody is putting their lives out there to say, I am willing to help, I am willing to endure the pain for my community, for you guys to have better food, or to have oil, or to have like a diamond ring on your finger, because like I'm willing, whatever that is. They are going through the pain to be able to produce. They are going through learning curves to be able to produce. It doesn't come easy, but it's doable. It doesn't come easy at all, but it's doable. People do things because they want to help. People start businesses because they want to help, because there is a shortage of something. And when it comes to our country, we lack so much work ethic that we want the next person to do. We don't want to do it ourselves. Does that make sense? So we almost run away from our responsibilities of saying we have to grow our own country. We have to grow our own economy. But like, I'm not doing that. That's not, like, we so uppity that we don't want to do certain jobs because we class it's for some people. That's not a job for me. Who are you again? Who are you again? Like, So important that you are confident in yourself. You if you run a business, put your prices up, but your price is going up, it has to be with your value of what you're doing. Just don't put prices up and your value is down here. And that's one problem that I have with our community. It's like, we don't take things seriously. It's like, that's how we do things. No, change how you be professional in what you're doing. Please change how you see things, because the minute you start presenting your business differently, the minute you start producing your business in a certain way, people look at you in a different way, and people respect you even more differently because you're showing up differently, right? Because you're not being late, you are on time, you are respectful, you're presenting your brand. You're presenting your brand, and that's you. How are you talking to people? How are you communicating to people? How are you being? That's you. It's so important. So important that we have to learn how to be different. We have to learn how to apply things differently in our lives. Like, so when it comes to these tariff things, we have to really understand that. We have to be part of a community of people who are talking the language of growth, who are talking about the language of change. And that is why, for me, it's important to have you guys here, being part of my community that I'm growing, being part of, I don't even know if you guys are aware that I call my brand She is Power. That's what I call my brand. But Monday Reset, it's just a Monday that we, like every Monday, we come in here to reset, starting the week like powerful. But the name of my brand, I used to call it Fab Flair, because it was all about fashion, right? For the people who know, back in the days before COVID, I did 2 fashion shows, and that was just to do with fashion because I used to do personal styling, and then I changed because I feel like, okay, that's limited and I'm outgrowing that personal styling people. Let me do a little bit more like for my community. And that's when I got into the forex trading, and thank God to the person who introduced me to that, Veronica Shirei. He introduced me to that part of the world, and I have never left it ever since. So She's Power is a community that is growing on empowering women and men on we have to learn the language of money. So if you haven't subscribed on my YouTube, please go and share videos so we can grow and educate us as a community, as a nation, and then as a continent of Africa. We have to, because if someone thinks you are a fool, they will treat you like a fool. And if you allow somebody to feed you, they will starve you. And that's what's happening with these tariffs. They think, right? Or they even know that they can feed us and they control us. So therefore, whatever we're saying, whatever we're doing, these people will have to say, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We have to obey. Because we've given them permission. Like the continent of Africa, we've given permission to these people to stuff us. Like we are the people who produce, we are the people with the minerals, but yet we are the ones who are suffering. Please make it make sense to me. Doesn't that bother you guys? Like seriously, if it wasn't for Africa, these people won't have any legs to walk on, but yet our communities are the ones that are struggling because we are financially uneducated. We know nothing, and therefore we're taken as fools because we behave like fools. Sorry to say, I'm not being rude and I'm not disrespecting anybody, but it's just how we do things. If you want, as I was just saying a few minutes ago, if you want the respect, you gotta present, like you gotta respect me, right? Present yourself for people to respect you. If you're not taking yourself, like, how am I taking yourself seriously, respectfully? How are you expecting me to do that? Because what the vibe that I'm getting from you, it's like, either you buy or you don't. And that applies to a lot of how we live our lives, how we lead. We don't know how to lead ourselves. Leadership is poor. So these people take big advantage of that. We've allowed them to feed us, and we are starving every day. Support your locals. Don't let these tariffs things blow you over. Especially if you're in Namibia, please start a local business and shout on the rooftops. Right? Shout on the rooftops. Support your locals. Support your locals. That will be the change that we will all want. Support your locals. Educate yourself firstly. Educate on whatever you're planning, something that you have here, the back of your mind. This year, educate yourself on it. Like, let that be the thing that you say, okay, how can I change my community? How can I be the change? Me, Shikevi Hanga, how can I be the change that I want to see in the world? How are you going to be the change that you want to see in the world? How can I grow my community? How can I grow my country? How can I grow my nation? How can I do that? And step away from step away from that. That's not going to do you anything. You'll be so closed up that you won't think big enough, right? Because if you're wanting to do something, you got to step out of that comfort zone, step and be big, and learn how to talk to people, because you know that with some people they will reject and resist your coming forward. Learn how to talk. Is Andrew Carnegie. Learn how to influence people. It's a book. Find it for free on YouTube. Listen to it. Learn how to influence people. We have to, guys. Like, we don't have much of a choice. We have to. It's a must. And I beg you guys, especially in Namibia, like I beg you guys, please, even us here, how you can start something that's going to change the community. How you can start something that's going to bring that change. How you can, because I'm always on about the kids. How? Like us here, how are you teaching your kids to know that they came from somewhere? Like, how are you teaching them to know that they can have something over there while they are here? Like, things can change just like this. And maybe they say, oh, all you foreigners, go back where you came from. You might have nothing to walk back to. You've got nothing. Please be the change you want. Be the bigger person. Take the pain. Lead the way. When you're always first, you will endure more pain than anybody else, and then teach the people behind you. So that's why the She is Power community is a community of growth. It's a community of saying, yes, we can. Yes, I will still rise. It doesn't matter what you're doing to me, I will still rise. Maya Angelou said that poem years ago when she was a young lady. She's gone now. She passed on. But it's a beautiful, beautiful poem. Right? Black American, African woman. Beautiful, beautiful poem. Love it. Still I rise. And here we are rising and we are growing and we becoming better. Like I said, channel your inner anger this year to become better. We are in the 4th month. It's the most beautiful month ever. Like April is just beautiful. Change is coming. Summer is coming. Because like just beautiful. Go and be the change you want to be in the world. Please subscribe, share the videos with others. Let's grow, let's educate ourselves. I'm not saying sitting here because I'm better than anybody. No, but I'm willing to sit and say, guys, let's open our eyes up. It's not about just having fun. It's good, have fun. But you got to educate yourself. You got to make sure you have more money. And that comes with you being better financially. Educate yourself. Okay? So guys, I love it. Thank you for giving me your time. Appreciate you guys sitting here with me. I hope you guys take notes. Have a notebook. But I appreciate you guys. Please share the video. Please subscribe. Please. Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys. I said sorry if you guys have commented. I will check after this and reply to your comments. But I love you all and I respect you all. And I'm forever grateful for you guys giving me your time. So please, from me saying She is Power, go and chase your purpose and not the money. Educate yourself, you guys. And I'll see you again next week, Monday. Bye.